Hello, hello. All right, it looks like we have sound. Welcome everyone to PRL Tier 1, the last race of the season. My name is Ramsey. I am a Tier 2 driver currently, and I'm very honored to bring you this season finale of Tier 1. The weather report is in. It looks like we have dry sessions all around. Now, some people may not be excited about that. Let me just set myself up here. All right, where'd my cheat sheet go? I actually prepared for this stream, trust me. Just a minute. Okay, so this is gonna be an exciting race, guys. The championship is not tied up yet in Tier 1, as opposed to Tier 2 as well as Premier Tier. So we have our two protagonists for today. Let me find them. So for one, we have G Ines still in the pits, as well as Only Tetcher, who is already out. Is he on a fast lap already? Yes. Let's stay on with him here. Now, what I am a little bit confused about is why there is no sound. Let me try to fix that right now. Um, there we go. Let me know in the chat whether you can hear me well or whether the audio of the game is a little bit overwhelming. Okay, so we missed Tetcher's run. Maybe it wasn't validated. Currently have GK Bass in front with a 105.1, half a second ahead of Wafflehead. Now let's find someone who's actually on a lap. Looks like Only is just preparing for one. Everybody else here preparing. So let's jump back on. No, Tetcher's in the pits. Nobody on a fast lap right now. Oh, I think the Hammer's starting one. Let's go. Put down the hammer. Yep, very nice turn one here. Definitely banker lap style, but still fast. Will he use the curb? No, stays on the track. Very nice, turn three. Yeah, the Hammer definitely following the slow in, fast out principle. Can never go wrong with that. Fifth through the wrong left-hander, very nice. Perfectly kisses the curb here. Just about misses the apex there, but not a lot of time lost. Makes use of all the track in this section. Can you get into the 105s? Full throttle down the straight and just about misses out, but goes up to 6th with a 106.1. Who's the next guy on track? We just missed Ropsu's run, just a tad better. And Nico John finishing his lap. At 106. Oh wow, look at that. What a tight field. So the first few laps already very competitive, especially GK base at the front with 105.1, very, very impressive. In S4 coming back into the pits. Now do we have someone on a hot lap? I believe Butler and G Innes. G Innes prepping for a lap. Monkey Pill just starting his lap. Monkey Pill a little bit absent from the league this season, but I believe that's about to change. Let's stay on with him. Breaking past the 100 meter board all the way down to first. Very nicely done. On the left, staying out of the way. Very tight, perfectly done here, that curb. Also stays tight in this one. It could have been a little bit faster through here, but it is his first lap. A spun out Red Bull was on the side there. That may have been Mr. Butler. And this may be in the 106 this time here. 106.6 P11 for now. We have Mr. Hex finishing his lap. Oh, it's invalidated, unfortunately. GNS. And I apologize, someone's at my door. I'm very sorry guys, I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. You know how it goes, deliveries always come at the wrong time. And GNS has improved to a 105.2. GK Bass still in first. Only Tesher, under pressure, just on his outlap now. Still in 16th, no time, half the qualifying is already done. We have 5 drivers on a 105s, strong pace. And what Palani in 6 with the first 106 time, but they all just have 1 lap apart from Ines, Jesper and G Ines. So there's more lap time to come here at 100%. Mr. Hex just aborting his lap. Rusty invalidated. And Craig coming back into the pits. Cersei sucks. I don't believe is on a fast lap because his battery is down. Palani is on a flyer. Let's follow him. Nice and tight. Keep the speed up. Down to 5th. Make sure not to invalidate here at full throttle up the hill. I got a yellow in sector 2. Oh, and just invalidates. That is unfortunate. That would have been a 105.5. He would have improved to 4th. Too bad, too bad. Next time. Now let's follow Olnie Tetcher. He really needs to step up here. The championship is extremely tight. He's only leading by 10 points. I'll go over all the stats once we finish qualifying. This really is the most exciting division on PRL when it comes to how tight this championship has been and how much fighting is going on the grid. And as a 105.4 perfect, brings it up to third, just behind his rival GNS. Excellent lap. Jasper about to prepare, about to go on a lap, I believe. Already turned on the hot lap mode. Now let's follow the most notorious reserve driver on the grid. He will be very sad that it's not raining. Very nice turn one. Didn't drop any time there. No wheel spin. The top three in the championship? Yeah, I'll go over that shortly, but I can tell you already it's the top three on the grid right now. So we have only Tetcher in first, leading by 10 points over GNS. And then GK Base in third, down roughly 70 points, I believe. So unfortunately, he's out of the championship as this is the last race. But we have a very, very tight showdown here between second and third, GNS and only Tetcher. And unfortunately, Jasper just invalidated. Wafflehead invalidated. This is a very common theme around this track. It's so easy to do. Ropsu on a fast one. Yep. Has not invalidated. See if he can improve. And he does just slightly, but it brings it up to sixth. Who else is on a... It looks like Mr. Hex is on a fast one. Just starting it. And to any viewers, if you'd like me to change anything about the audio, let me know. The quality is the perfect time to do so. So if the cars are too loud, or if I'm too loud or too quiet, just let me know. Very controlled from Mr. Hex here, trying to get up the order. Takes the right amount of curb here, just about misses the apex, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's losing time. Not in that corner. Very reserved through here, loses it a little bit. Oh, and that might be an invalidation, but it's not. It's not. And he improves by almost an entire second up to 12th. Looks a bit oversteery, not gonna lie. Looks a bit oversteery. Mr. Butler on mediums. Interesting. Lucozade, I missed his run. 106.1 up to 12th. So the top three, top four, a little bit ahead. Roughly a second between the top and the bottom half of the grid. We have Ines just jumped up and Jasper also in fifth. Very good job. Rapsu in sixth. Palani in ninth. Is he on a hot lap? He is. Trying to improve on his... Oh. Now that was definitely not a commentator's curse. He has a 106.0. He must have been up quite well because he's only down about half a tenth. Goes off track here. Doesn't invalidate though. Can he still improve? Slightly, yeah, by 1/10. That's quite impressive. His first sector must have been blistering. Lots of drivers in the pits preparing for their last run. Nico John has left the session. Let me see if I can invite him. Palani voicing his dismay on having track limits ruin his lap. I know how it feels. And Rusty complaining about asking who the hell took out all the marker boards. Alright, we got a minute left. The drivers will be warming up now to do their last runs. Ines warming up his tires, but they only have enough time. And the top three also on outlaps is very busy right now on the grid. Wafflehead, I don't believe he will be able to improve with the battery being down. The Hammer just coming over the line and improves slightly by 1.4 tenths. Only Tetcher starting his run now. Let's stay on board with the championship protagonists. His teammate just going on his last hot lap as well. GK Base really was in the championship fight up until about the last race or so. Pace-wise, they're all very evenly matched, the top three as well as Ines 4. But just GNS and Only Tetcher just a little bit more consistent than the competition, and that's why they're here fighting for the top spot in the last race. Only Tetcher just only improving slightly, and he invalidates status. A shame, a shame. Now let's stay on board with GNS, although GK Base will be done first, so let's follow him. He's up 1.3 tenths apparently, if the game's not lying to me. Apologies to any other fast drivers who are improving massively right now. This is the championship leaders weekend. And GK improves, the first one to go into the 104s. Wow. I find this very impressive. 104. Hey, GNS, is he up on his time? Can he take the top spot? Ines 4 goes second. A little bit. Oh wow, a 104.897. There we go. Almost as fast as his time reserving up in Premier Tier. So GNS bringing on the heat, and this is exactly what he needs to do. Only Tetcher on the back foot now in P4. So let's go over the stats here because I think this is our final grid. So we will have GNS starting on pole position, gaining him 1 point, very important. GK Base for the Aston Martin team in second, still improved there from what I saw. We'll go over the grid in a moment. Wow, less than a tenth between GNS and GK Base. We have Ines 4 in third with a 105.1, the top two in the 104s, and Only Tetcher a whole half second down on his rival GNS. Let's see how that goes in the race. Then we have Jesper, Robsu, the Hammer, Wafflehead, Palani, and Nico John finishing the top 10. We have Craig, Lucozade, Mr. Hex, Circe, Butler, Rusty Oil Can, Monkey Pill, Tar Heels finishing the grid. And Tar Heels not setting a time. I wonder if he's up for a last to first challenge here. There's also P7 for grabs in the championship, which is mainly between Nico John, Rusty, and Tar Heels. So Nico has a good start for that to take it away from Rusty, who's currently in P7. Now let's finally get to our championship here. So we have Only Tetcher currently leading with 396 points versus GNS 96 in second with 386 points. That's only 10 points difference. Both of them have 2 wins this season in a so far 11 race season. So it'll come down to today. There's a little bit of an advantage for GNS regarding the count back. So he has 3 second places, whereas only Tetcher only has 1, and he also has 3 third places, only Tetcher. Both of them participated in 11 races, and their podium percentage, even though I haven't calculated that, is quite high. They basically, both of them did well to finish in the top 5 most of the time, with Tetra being just a little bit more consistent in terms of the results. So here are the scenarios. Basically, because Tetra is 10 points ahead, GNS needs to get pole position, which he has. He needs to win the race, but he also needs to set the fastest lap. This is the only scenario that gives him enough points to actually be ahead of Techer. However, that is in case Techer gets second. So out of his own accord, GNS needs to get pole, the win, and the fastest lap. Then nobody can touch him. Whereas Techer, all he needs to do is come in second if GNS wins, but doesn't get the fastest lap. So this is extremely tight. It'll come down to many factors, and as we all know, Austria is a really rambunctious track with only 9 corners, lots of incidents, lots of safety cars, very fast-paced race, and well, maybe luckily no rain, so we can keep it clean. We already have the constructors champs for this season. Very dominant showing from Aston Martin. That would be GK Base and only Tetcher. GK with 4 wins and only with 2 wins. However, a bit more consistent than his teammate. They're 184 points clear of the competition after the last race, so they could basically not score at all and still be constructors champs. Thatcher and GNS extremely close to each other. As I said before, I went through the whole season and their gap was actually never larger than 35 points throughout the entire competition. And after the Abu Dhabi race, which I believe was the 6th race on the calendar, they were actually even on points, both 214. So this has been going on all season long. It was everyone was hoping, I guess, it would come down to the wire like this, and now we actually have it. So while the drivers prepare here for the formation lap, I'm gonna go on a little bit break of myself. I see I have 20 seconds, so I'm gonna quickly fill up my water glass and be right back. This is it, folks. GN is leading the pack on the formation lap. Let's check out everyone's tires. Alright, so we have the top 7 all on hards, Wafflehead on mediums, Palani on hards, and then the second half of the grid is predominantly mediums, and Lucozade, Rusty, and Tar Heels on the hard tires. I believe that the hard medium strategy is just a tiny bit faster out here. However, this is a track that is prone to safety cars and incidents, so the medium runners have quite good reason to do so. Yeah, Suzuki, I am too. Honestly, this is definitely the tightest tier this season. Massive title fight and 2 extremely fast drivers. Only Tetra will really have to push it today. GNS definitely has the upper hand at the moment, but we all know all these things can go wrong very quickly in F122. The slightest slip up will decide the championship today. Absolutely, Suzuki, yeah. Very fast. He didn't even beat his time from Premier, but still put it on pole. Yes, I fully expect Base to be supporting his teammate here. Not sure what's going on the grid here, but we have 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And they're out. Away we go. Who has a good start? GNS getting away pretty clean. Is GK Base gonna... No, he's stuck in behind and already on third. Ines is fighting him hard. Now Ines is not a Ferrari driver, but he may be showing some support for his brother G Ines today. Very curious to see that. Only Thatcher slots into fourth. Very clean getaway at the front. Rob Su passed only Thatcher. Rob Su coming back up to form. Very, very great to see. Had a bit of struggles in the beginning of the season. But he's doing better now. Where can I see the position changes? Here we go. So Robsu's up to the top 3 unchanged. Only Tetra down 1, Jesper down 1. The Hammer and Wafflehead stayed in their positions. Butler gained massively 6 positions. And Rusty also 5 up. Nico John, sorry that I missed that. It seems like you had some trouble at the start here. But as this is a title fight, we have to focus on the front a little bit more. I see Wafflehead, Butler, and Jesper fighting. And there's someone off. Oh, it's a lot going on here. Lucozade in the wall. And Rusty, I believe. Not sure what happened there. Sorry, guys. Let's go back to the front. Now, can Tetcher come back up and pass Ropsu and start his fight against GNS? He will be stressed not to let him get away. Very clean at the top so far. So we have GNS already pulled out 1 second against GK Base. Rusty's off. Maybe a bit of a tangle here with Nico John. Seems like both still have their wings. Only Tetcher very close to Ropsu now. He's gonna want to overtake him as quick as possible. Ropsu does not have DRS. And Nico John has left the session again. I'm gonna try to invite him. That's all I can do. Yeah, so Robs are really proving a block on the road here for only Tetcher. He seems to not be getting away in the corners, but on the straights, so maybe a bit lower downforce. Although I would presume that Tetcher also would run quite low downforce, as he has a bit of an oversteer moment there, so that may be proving me wrong. Let's see here with DRS. Rapsu not using his battery. Yeah, Suzuki, you may be right here. GK Base making his way back up to GNS. Not falling out of DRS. And Tetcher really wants to get past. Using his battery. This may cost him. This may cost him. Ines chilling in third. Not too concerned with the top two there. And GK Base not letting go. Now the rest of the grid, they're all quite bunched up, but not too many fights right now. We have our first penalty here from Mr. Hex. Oh, this is a good exit, let's go. Now or never only. And GK base also getting extremely close. Yeah, there's some setup work at play here. Very difficult to overtake, obviously. If the guy in front of you is running lower downforce on these short straights. And we have a yellow in sector 1. I believe that may be Nico John. Not gonna switch away now. Let's follow the rest of the grid a little bit. So we have the hammer right behind Jesper. Now Jesper also very close to only Tetcher, but he's a very fair racer, so he may be wanting to stay out of that fight for today. Robsu with a 3-second penalty for track limits. This is actually a pretty good perspective. Follow that fight in the front. Only Tetcher really has the work cut out for him today now. He's already 6 seconds behind G-Innes. G-Innes just needs to stay in front. Keep it clean. He has about 40% battery left, so GK Base has a bit of an advantage on him here. But as the point standings go, even if let's say if Tetcher gets stuck out in 5th, I believe G-Innes still wins if he comes in 2nd. A very behaved grid, I must say. Other than lap 1, where it's quite normal to have a few touches here and there, everyone's settled in. I see a lot of 1 second, half-second gaps. A lot of DRS chain forming actually in the back of the grid there. GK Base staying put and has a lot of battery. Fastest laps currently held by G-Innes with a 107.9. Him and GK Base actually the only 2 drivers in the 107s. The Hammer and Jasper keep following. Butler may be interested. He's on the mediums, so he may have a bit of good grip advantage at this point still, but the tires will be going off pretty quickly. Ooh. Yeah. He probably wishes he'd have more battery, but both of them using it right now. Oh, he's gonna go down to turn 1. Oh, that's a bad angle. Oh, that could have been a lot worse, mate. And Craig, maybe the winner. And I missed it! Oh my god. Only Tetra got overtaken by Jasper. Other nerfs getting to him. I wish I would have seen what happened here. Maybe he got it wrong out of turn 1. Jasper now fighting hard with Robsu. Ooh! Bit of contact. They're going side by side. This is not what Tetra needs. Not at all. Tetra already 8.5 seconds behind the leader. GNS really showing his pace, his determination, and his nerves here today. GK Base is right on him, but he doesn't seem to be coerced into any mistakes. Yes, he has to use more battery, and GK Base dives around. Oh, an audacious move. He forced it. Now he's giving the position back. I wonder if he got a warning in game, but doesn't give more than he needs to. Now he may do this again. He's at 100% battery. GK Base may be the fastest driver on track here today. Innis 4 not far behind. Robsu now still in 4th. Jasper right behind. Only Tetra right behind. They caught up a second or so on the leaders due to that overtake, I believe. Check out some fights at the back of the not back in the midfield here. Apologies. Craig against Butler. They've been close for a couple of laps. And we have Mr. Hex right behind Polani, half a second. And then we have a fight here between Wafflehead and Monkey Pill. Nico John and Rusty are at the back of the grid. Lucozade and Tar Heels very far behind. Probably some incidents that we've missed. And we have GK Base right behind GNS again. He's very conservative with his battery. He could definitely be dumping more to get the overtake done, but he doesn't need to. Doesn't need to. Now he has a half-second gap, and I wonder if he can pull away now. Yeah, Suzuki, he's using a lot of ERS, but to be fair, he also had no DRS until this point, so let's see if he can stick behind GK Base, whether he can stay in his DRS and maybe build up his battery again. I know you can regain quite a bit in Sector 3. And Genus will be happy to see that only Tetcher still in 6th, with the hammer right behind him now. Ooh, and we have a yellow. Is that Nico John off again? This is just not his day. Sorry to see that. Okay, GNS so far definitely staying, but he's not conserving his battery. He really wants that win, wants to get it on merit. Even if it stays like this right now. If I remember the point system here correctly. But you know what? Let me just check it. So GNS right now would be getting 43 points, and only Tetra would be getting 24, so that is plenty. That's absolutely plenty. He only needs 9 points to win the championship as he is ahead on count back. As it stands now, only Tetra would have to make it up to 3rd in order to remain champion. And the hammer pulling out on only Tetra. No battery left for him. Oh, and there's a bit of a... Oh, that is very, very, very lucky for only Tetra there. Can he keep the position? Can he stay ahead of Jasper? Oh, even though both Robsu and Jasper went off, he could not capitalize. Yeah, watching only Tetra's battery, how fast it replenishes, as well as his corner exit, it seems that he has a bit more downforce than the people around him, and it seems to be costing him right now. I see some oversteer moments from him out of the corners. Can take a very tight turn here. Very clean race so far from everyone. The top 10 is finished by this grid, although Cersei is a little bit off on the mediums. And we have Palani on the back of Mr. Hex. Oh, both having a moment there. Mr. Hex spinning out, Palani gaining the position, but almost loses it too. Oh, who's that? The hammer spinning out. Oh no. That looked like he did it all by himself. Hopefully he can recover. Let's check out the penalties here. So we have 3 seconds for Ines, Robsu, Butler, Monkey Pill, Lucozade, and Mr. Hex after 14 laps up to 9 seconds. Wow. He's going for the penalty championship. The medium runners will be pitting soon. We have a yellow in sector 2 and 3. It's a Williams. And that may be Mr. Hex again. Rusty just overtaking him now. Only Tetcher sitting here watching the fight between Jasper and Robsu. Eager to get past as Mr. Hex retires in the pits. And I have totally missed G-Ines getting back GK base. I'm very sorry. Would have loved to see that. GK base still has 52% battery and is in the DRS. And we have a yellow in sector 2 and 3 again between... Oh, Jasper is down the grid. He must have lost it. Sorry that I missed that. And we have the first guy in the pits, which is Wafflehead on the mediums. So he will be looking at 21 laps on the hards. So only Tetcher is up to 5th. And he is 13 seconds behind G-Ines. Yeah, that is almost a whole pit stop around here. So as it stands now, we're looking at G-Ines performing the miracle he needed to. The hammer now with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Craig is up into 7th now, still on the mediums, which are going to be 15 laps old now. Almost loses it out of that corner. Looks a little oversteery as well. And only Tetris, this is chance now. Robsu has a full battery. And he's not even using it. He is using it now. But it may be too late. Oh. Around the outside. Very good, very good. Now all he needs... Oh, yeah, Robsu has the better exit with all the ERS he can use. As it would be extremely frustrating for only Tetcher. And this is all fair game. You know, Robsu doesn't have to gift anything to anyone just because of their standings in the championship. He's here to race just as everybody else. Good job. In S4, still in 3rd. Absolutely relaxed. Just enjoying his race, leaving the leaders to do their thing. Maybe hoping to pick up the scraps and go long on the tires. We have G-Ines on 25% battery, GK base right behind him is 70%. These guys will battle all race long by the looks of it. We have Mr. Butler pitting, being passed by Cersei and Jesper and the hammer. Lovely overhead shot here. I love that you can see the entire track from so many angles. They're just going through Nico John here. Maybe both clipped them a little bit. And Nico John pitting by the looks of it. Yeah. Getting rid of those mediums. Hopefully he'll have more luck on the hards. Yet no safety car, so it'll be very difficult for him. Respect. Craig has left the session. Let me try to invite him back if I have him on my friends list. I believe I do. Craig, here we go. Buddy, let's hope that works. Only Tetra still in 5th. So fighting hard with Robsu. Robsu clearly just pulling away on the straights. Using his ERS more now. And GK base staying in touch as well. Very consistent, these guys. Lap 18, no position changes. Jasper still in 6th, although now down 10 seconds. The Hammer right behind him. Those guys also have to pit because they're on the hards. And Butler looks like is the top runner for the people who started on mediums. GN is coming in now, so GK base will absolutely pump the times as he will do his best to overtake GNS on during the pit stage. GNS going on mediums as expected. Now I wonder if he's gonna come out right next to Tetcher? No, Tetcher gets him. That's good for Tetcher. Lots of yellows on track right now. I'm sorry if we're missing a bunch of incidents. There's a heavy fight here between Butler and Monkey Pill. I believe Butler was just up in 10th, so he may have had a moment. And he's going for it. These start-finish straight overtakes are very difficult to do because of how acute turn 1 is, but he gets it done very cleanly. Monkey Pill maybe fighting back. GK base staying out for another lap. Oh, that is a very, very tight turn here. Switchback from Butler. And he may have done it. Very tight. Staying ahead and giving Tar Heels the chance to catch up here. Tar Heels still on 18 lap old hards. I'm wondering if he's gonna go on the softs to pull a long one again. So she sucks down in 15th on 1 lap old tires. Jasper pitting. And GNS in 5th on fresh mediums, right behind only Tetcher, who opts to stay out, which I am surprised by considering that he's been trapped behind Robsu this entire time. I thought he may have tried an undercut. Pit for the mediums early, they last quite long around here. Or maybe he's hoping for a safety car, maybe he's hoping to hold GNS up. Who knows? There's some clouds coming, but the weather report is still dry. And to answer your question in the chat, yes, if GNS doesn't fuck up currently, sorry to use that word, I was just reading your message, then he will win the championship as it currently stands. Tetcher pitting now, no 5-second penalty. So he will have 2 lap fresher tires, but he will also come out, I presume, in 7th? GN is now behind Robsu. The top 3 now GK base, Innis, 4 and Robsu. Trying to stretch those tires a little bit. And only Tetcher, actually even better, he comes out in 6th. Not all is lost yet. He is quite a ways behind GNS, but a safety car will take care of that. In their current positions, let me check here what the points are. So GNS would be getting 32 and only Tetcher would be getting 24 points. So as it stands, we actually still have only Tetcher winning the championship if it would stand like this. But as I as I was looking up the points, GNS actually got past Ropsu, so that isn't true anymore. In this situation now, we would have 37 and 28 points, which is just enough for GNS to claim the title. His brother just pitted, and he's up to second now. Now, will Only Tetra come out ahead of Innes 4? No, no way. GK Base still staying out. I am wondering if he's just gonna stay out till the last moment, just to make sure that he can stay ahead in case of a safety car. Do his compatriot in the Aston Martin solid. GNS also has the fastest lap currently, with a 107.3. 6 tenths ahead of the next time. However, that was done on hards, and as I say that, GK Base is pitting. He will come out behind GNS. Who's pinging me? Yeah, Craig, I'm gonna send you an invite again. Sorry, I tried that before. I hope crossplay is not. Let's see. Why are you showing up as a PC player? Now we have the fastest lap by Only Tetra with a 107.0. As the skies darken and the track temperature will go down. This is where tire pressures and the state of your tire will have more of an impact. Only Tetra actually passed Ropsu. I hope I didn't miss an overtake here, but although I believe he's done it in the pits, if I'm not mistaken. Well, driving through the ghost of Nico John, I don't believe he's disconnected, so that may be an issue for the stewards. Okay, so pretty big gaps at the front now. 4.5 seconds from GNS to GK Base. So that overcut did not work out for him. 4.6 seconds for Innes, and Only Tetra actually a whole 9 seconds behind third. A mountain to climb for Only Tetra today. Let's follow Jesper battling his teammate Wafflehead. Wafflehead on the hards, so a little bit of a tire advantage here for Jesper on fresher mediums. And in the back we also have a battle between Cersei and Monkey Pill, and Monkey Pill's off the track. I wish I had switched a bit earlier to see what happened there. And Wafflehead got overtaken by Jesper. So I missed both things. Maybe just don't switch around so much, Ramsey. Cersei sucks on the heels of Tar Heels. No pun intended. Ropso only 1.6 seconds behind Only Tetra, so let's see how that gap develops, as he's already down to 1.3, showing a lot of pace today, Ropso. A really dusky setting now over the Red Bull Ring. Now does Cersei have a chance here? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Is he gonna dive down? Oh, that's very long. Coming from very far back, and luckily they didn't make contact there. Tar Heel's definitely up to something on 24 lap old hards. I gotta say, he's very impressive on these long runs. He's able to keep the grip up much more than the average driver. Ropso still 1.4 seconds behind Only Tetra. Tetra falling back lost roughly a second to Ines in the last couple of laps, and we have 10 laps to go. So as it stands now, G Ines definitely clinching the title, even if he drops a second. Penalties outstanding, obviously. Yeah, Robsu still slowly catching up. Robs on only Tetcher. He only has a 1 lap fresher medium, so that shouldn't be it. It looks like he's catching up on the straights quite a lot. And Lucozade just got past Monkey Pill. They're still battling it out. Lucozade and Monkey Pill, the same amount of battery. Can he go down the inside? Oh, Lucozade leaving a lot of space as the fair driver that he is. And maybe just a bit more traction than Monkey Pill on those fresh mediums. So she sucks right behind Tar Heels. Gap to the leader. Nico John a whole 1 minute and 8 seconds behind the leader. GK Base making his way up to GNS. 2.8 second now. I believe he was down 4.5 at one point. Ines 4 in third, 10 seconds behind, and only Tetcher a whole 20 seconds as Cersei makes the dive on Tar Heels. But Tar Heels will be on the inside doing the switchback. He has very old tires, so it'll be very difficult for him to catch up here, but he does. He does, thanks to ERS. Cersei not giving it up, going out the outside, but loses out eventually. Yeah, gloves are off. Last race of the season. No regrets. A lot of people going for it, but keeping it clean. Very clean race, I have to say, for Austria. A little bit on the unexpected side. And we have Jesper making it up to Robsu, who lost a ton of time to only Tetcher. Obviously I missed some sort of incident there. Maybe he spun it by himself. Looks a little bit loose out of turn 3. Maybe that low downforce setup's starting to bite. Now Jesper, can Jesper, the self-proclaimed Tier 2 driver, show up Robsu, former Tier 2 champion, with a bit of a difficult season, but showing his absolute best here at the end of the season. Raced him pretty hard in Bahrain last week, and it was absolutely impossible to get past him, so I feel for every driver who's racing him today. Very good job. Palani and Craig right behind Tar Heels. Cersei Sucks has dropped back behind those two. And Palani on 6 lap old mediums. Craig on 11 lap old hards, and Tar Heels breaking records. Breaking records. He must be pitting for soft soon. Who knows, maybe we can help the safety car situation too. Now is Palani gonna pull out? Yeah, he tried to, but thought better of it. Tar Heels very loose on the exit, gets on the yellow sausage curve, gets to get out of the throttle, just safety, and he's gonna lose both positions here. Yep, Tar Heels down to 12. Not giving up. No, no, no. Has to get out of it here though, otherwise he will not make the corner. GK Base steadily catching up to GNS. Only 1.9 seconds down now. Has a 4 lap tire advantage. Maybe he can reach him in time. I mean, GN is very consistent, obviously, today, as always. Anything can happen. And we have Jesper and Ropsu battling it out. Side by side. Ropsu staying ahead for now. He has the DRS. That's what we would like to see. Jesper around the outside. Lovely job. Just about doesn't get it done. Stays clean, and that's what matters. And we have a retirement in the pits by Monkey Pill. Monkey Pill giving it up. Sorry to see that, but it wasn't an easy race for you. And it looks like the AI decided to let him keep running the race, which may become a bit frustrating for other drivers. But that's not Monkey Pill's fault. The Hammer also right behind Butler. Butler out of battery. And is Craig back? Yeah, Craig made it back. I'm sorry that took so long. I feel like that cost him a bit of time. Palani right behind him. Nico John pitting, but he's still disconnected, so it looks like he didn't accept those invites and called it a day. GK base now, but within 1 second. Is he gonna get DRS here? He is. Let's go. So that would be really interesting starting lap 33. I believe he will catch up. GNS doesn't have a lot of battery either. So that will come down to pure pace, tire life, and how much risk they're willing to take. GNS will surely have looked at the standings before the race, and he must be aware, and I'm gonna double check myself here, that he can win in second as well, as he goes through the ghost of Nico John. Base just about half a second now. The Hammer and Butler battling it out side by side. This is not a good corner to overtake. Yeah, the Hammer definitely got the grip on here. 10 lap old mediums versus 15 lap old hards. He should come out ahead at the end, but we will go and focus on the top two. Craig with a 3-second time penalty. So will those 4-lap fresher tires pay off now? 3 seconds on Ropsu as well. That will effectively put Jesper up into 5th. The Hammer very close to Butler. I'm sorry, I have to switch away. They're on the straight. Who's gonna come out on top here? Where is the Hammer? Oh, he's right ahead of him. He's got it done. And he will not catch up so quickly. Ropsu and Jesper fighting it out. Beautiful, beautiful switchback here. Going to retain it. The wheel-to-wheel racecraft of these two. Ooh! Wow. Wow, showing what they're made of. As are these two. Gian is very defensive. Stays in the middle of the track. Cuts to the inside. Doesn't leave any space. Was ahead, that was fair. Both pretty similar battery, GK base with a small advantage. Those two are the class of the field today, leaving everyone in the dust. 12 seconds to NS4, another 8 to only Tetcher. What a finale. So it was a Ferrari versus an Aston as we expected, but maybe not the Aston Martin that we wanted to see up there. No slight against GK Base, of course. We know he's been extremely fast this season. And he will want the win here. He has 1.5 laps to do it. Can Jesper do it? He wants to do it on track. Oh, as Robson loses it! Is he in the wall? No, he just saves it. Wow. Wow, that was extremely close. So Jesper up into 5th. Robson will fight back. Oh, and GK Base gets a bit too hot on the curb. And another amazing save out of the top 6 here. Rapsu on Jesper. Last lap of the race for those two as well, I believe. Giving it everything. Actually, no, it's GK and GNS. And the last time, and Rapsu spins it. Oh, that is the price he will have to pay for his eagerness, but I applaud him. Totally worth it. And GK Base gets past GNS on the last lap. We're in turn 4. What a perfect execution from the Aston man. Unfortunately, we didn't see turn 3. Yes, Suzuki, I believe he is. Who has the fastest lap? The fastest lap is with only Tetcher. Ooh, that might actually be tight. Let me see them go across the line, and then we can look at the points. So no fastest lap for either GK Base or GNS. Congrats GK Base on the win, taking it in the last lap. Very impressive. And only Tetcher, can he improve on his fastest lap? I don't believe he can. Retains it. I don't think anyone else is going to snatch it. So let me see. GNS scoring 43 points and 1 point for the pole position. That's 44. And Tetcher scoring 32 and 2 points for the fastest lap. Wow. I don't know what to say. That is exactly 10 points, guys. So if we get 44 points for GNS, that will put him at 430 points. And we get 34 points for Tetcher. That will put him on 430 points. Wow. Absolutely wow. None of them has gotten a win today, so they're equal on that, 2 wins each. But GNS will have 4 second places and Tetcher 1 second place. So unless there's any penalties that will come from the stewards after the race, this will be the tightest championship win in PRL, I believe. I mean, I'm only here for this season, but that is insane. So both should be equal on points with 2 wins, but GNS should clinch it on countback with 4 second places versus 1 second place. That is amazing. So we have Max Verstappen versus Lewis Hamilton winning. Wow, I did not see that coming. That was so tight in the end. So we have GK Bass wins the race. Congratulations, amazing drive. Almost got the fastest lap as well. GNS in second, Innes 4 and third. Only Tetcher in fourth with the fastest lap. Jesper in fifth, amazing performance. Butler in sixth, that may be his highest finish of the season. Wafflehead seventh, the Hammer in eighth, Palani in 26, sorry, in ninth, and then the top 10 is finished with Craig. Cersei in 11th, Lucozade, Robsu, Rusty, Tar Heels, Nico John, Monkey Pill, and Mr. Haxer retired. I just need to quickly go through the race director before this session closes. What an end to this season. Tier 1, the GOAT tier. No questions. So tight. That is quite amazing. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks everyone for joining. I hope my commentary was worthy of this insane title battle. Congratulations to whoever is going to come out on top. I believe it's going to be Giannis by just a hair's width. But we may have to wait for Stewart's decisions. I didn't see any incidents, but that may not mean anything. I obviously can't see everything that's happening on track. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Now it's time for Tier 2. The championship may be tied up there, but the Constructors is still up for grabs, and we have a very tight title battle for second between Sheroshaft and Femi Thrustmaster, who are only 6 points apart. Those guys are going to give it everything. And I'm going to give it everything to get Alpine the Constructors Championship. Thanks all for joining. And I hope to broadcast a bit more next season. Cheers.